Hi, and welcome to Healing Peak Regenerative Medicine's Longevity channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about quality assurance of vitamins because it's something that often comes up daily in my practice, often multiple times a day. And there have been some articles recently that have come out about quality with vitamins on Amazon, which is something I coach my clients on all the time. And I figured it would be a really good way to make a video and reach more of you and just discuss, the difference between quality when you buy supplements from a physician versus from Amazon or from Super Supplements or a place like that. Even if they're the same brand, they still have some differences, and it's really difficult for the consumer who hasn't spent any time educating themselves about quality assurance and how easily it is for people to say, or companies to say, that there are things in these vitamins when in fact there really isn't. What it says on the label is really not in there, and there's no policing body, and supplements are not, they're not cleared by the FDA, and honestly the FDA can be bought. So it's not a great governing body anyway, and so there's really no way to know for sure that you're getting a quality supplement unless you are getting it from someone who has a lot of education around where to get them and how to get them, or if you've done a lot of education on your own. So where I'll start is that certain brands are only sold to practitioners. Meaning health coaches, probably honestly not even health coaches, but nutritionists, licensed and registered dietitians, massage therapists in some cases, not all supplements, but they do have some that they can prescribe, and naturopathic doctors, regular physicians, anyone really with a certified health license has access usually to most supplements, and then physicians have access to all supplements that are sold to physicians from these companies. I personally, in my company, use supplements that Bastyr University that has vetted their brand name. So things like Thorne, Integrative Therapeutics, Designs for Health, Gaia, there's a bunch of different supplements that have been vetted by Bastyr University, which is enormous. They also have a clinic, and they go above and beyond. They visit the facility of each brand name of supplement and have them fill out extensive paperwork, and then, repeatedly go back to the company. I believe it's on an annual basis to make sure that they're upholding the standards that Bastyr feels is necessary in order to know that their vitamins are still quality. And so I feel really confident when I'm using those brand names that they are being vetted by a higher body, and I know the extensive process in which they've gone through to make sure that their vitamins are quality and that what they say is in there is actually in there. And what that means is a lot of supplement companies, they don't clean their machines regularly. And so to deal with that, plant matter and vitamins can get sticky. And so they just put binders in the supplement that help maintain the machinery and help clean the machinery as they make your vitamin. And that goes into your vitamin, and then you ingest that. A lot of other ones use fillers, like titanium dioxide, caramel coloring, natural flavoring. Natural flavoring can be okay in certain instances, but in the lower quality vitamins is not a great thing to see on the label. And how I very easily coach people on how to look for their own and make sure that they're doing things on their own if they're not getting them through me, or it's not a prescription, or they want to buy something different, is that you look at the other ingredients, and that should be a really short list. The other ingredients is at the bottom of the square label that you see, that says exactly how many milligrams or whatever of zinc, let's say, is in there. And then at the bottom, in really tiny writing, it says other ingredients. And if that's a really long list, that's probably a vitamin you don't want to buy. And if you don't know what some of those things on there and they sound really chemically, that's also probably not a vitamin that you want to buy. And if you look at major brand names, Nature's Made, that are sold directly to the consumer, Nature's Made is one, One A Day, Centrum, those vitamins, if you look at the other ingredients, that's what I'm talking about. They do have a lot of extra stuff in there that isn't totally unnecessary, and they do have a lot of binders in there. And so the other thing that has come up a lot within my practice that I think is even more confusing for people is that you can buy supplements on Amazon that look like the same brand name that I'm prescribing to them, but it's not the same supplement because you don't know where that person is keeping that supplement. So you don't know if it's stored correctly, and a lot of them need to be refrigerated. You don't know if it's been hot and cold, which would reduce the quality of the vitamin over time. You don't know if it's close to expiration date. Even if you buy it from what they say is the actual vendor themselves, like they're not selling you the same thing that you're getting from a physician's office. And so they can even say, a third-party seller can say that they're selling it from the vendor when they're not. And so you really have to be careful. I've had multiple patients come in and tell me that they got something on Amazon and the capsule was not the same color or did not look the same inside the supplement as the one that I had given them directly. And that's been going on for years, although it's just now starting to get more obvious. And so I just really wanted to make a video about this to caution people about their supplement quality. So I guess the take-home messages would be, you really don't know what you're getting if you're buying over-the-counter supplements from supplement companies, even like Vital Vitamin Shop and Super Supplements, GNC. You really don't know what you're getting from those companies unless you really know how to scrutinize the brands and the brand names. So some good brand names that the consumer can buy directly are Nordic Naturals for fish oil, and the other thing that you don't have to worry a lot about quality assurance on are tinctures. They are liquid supplements that are either glycerite or, made with alcohol extraction, and they're herbs. And generally, there's not a lot of quality issues with those. It says what it is what it says, and you don't have to worry about it. So those are the main types of supplements that you can get over the counter. I really believe Nordic Naturals is probably the best one out there for fish oil. Fish oil from Costco really does not work. I've seen it clinically over and over again that it's not actually being effective for what it's supposed to be doing. There's also a law that you only really have to have a certain very minimal percentage of the milligrams that it says are on the label in order for that to be compliant with the law. And so, it might say that there's like 2 milligrams of zinc or something, or it might say there's 15 milligrams of zinc, but there's actually only 2 milligrams in there. So this is really in depth, and it's really become a great moneymaker because people can make things really cheap and really ineffectively and charge a lot of money for it, and their markup is huge, and they make tons and tons and tons of money, and they go totally undocumented because there's no real laws or regulating body that says that, it has to be quality. And so the best thing you can do is go to places like compounding pharmacies. The pharmacists there are considered medical professionals and doctors, and so they can sell professional brand name high quality supplements and usually don't sell the lesser quality ones. And places around this area that do that are Key Pharmacy in Federal Way. There's Community Compounding in Bellevue, and up in Mount Vernon there's Makers Compounding. And then Pharmaca is probably the only supplement store I know of that employs doctors so that they can sell professional brands. So that's a really good place to go to, and that's in the greater Seattle area. I think the furthest one south is West Seattle, but otherwise there are 4 or 5 around the greater Seattle area. And that's the only supplement store I know of that actually has the professional brands. And the other thing I'll say is that if you're not getting it directly from a naturopathic doctor or a nutrition specialist, then you're not actually getting the professional brand, and so there may be a difference between the one that you're getting as a consumer and the one that you're actually getting from your doctor. So to be extra safe, just make sure you're getting your supplements from someone who's educated about quality assurance to make sure that you're getting the highest quality and that you're not actually doing more harm to yourself than good by taking multivitamins. I think that there is something to be said for, taking something daily that's toxic and not even realizing it and thinking that you're doing something good for yourself. So more on that. That was a kind of a huge topic to cover in a short period of time. And so if you have questions about quality assurance or questions about brand names or, where to get different things, please write me a question or a comment below in the comment box. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will be back next week. Thanks so much. Have a great day.